I'm Zachary Durango. I work with Equity, and I represent the Equity Group Foundation, and that is why I'm here. And in Equity Group Foundation, we train on financial literacy, mambo ya pesa, and how these people can be able to improve their lives, improve your income, improve what you do, and do it with an income generating goal. So financial management. All of us who are in this hall are related to food, right? Whatever you are doing in poultry is food. Sidio? And that is why we are here. So that at least you'll be able to manage our finances in the food and agriculture. In this life, in agri, everybody is running after the money, right? Everybody wants to get wherever they want to be. But the expenses and the actual things that want to be met by you are still running after. When you get 100,000 and you say to yourself that now I am there, other things comes up and make sure that 100,000 that you have is not enough, right? That is what happens in life. When you get 1 million, you seem to be comfortable, right? But expenses and other things comes too. And that is why we are here to do financial management. In financial management, we do these things. Financial training, these are the things that we train on. 1 is budgeting. 2, savings. 3, financial products and services. 4, debt management. And 5, insurance. Why do we do this? We do this, and these topics are very broad to enable you to manage your personal finance. That's to make sure that you make informed decisions. And why we do this to strengthen the behaviors that leads to increased savings, prudent spending, and note the word prudent. Underline that. Prudent spending and borrowing for sound reasons. And underline borrowing for sound reasons. That is why we do training. And of course, it will change your financial behavior. Once you change your financial behavior, you get to financial freedom. This is what I have said, what we do. Budgeting, savings, debt management, insurance. We have added digital literacy. Digital literacy is how you use digital platform to make sure that you make informed decisions. And for the agripreneurs, you do agribusiness. In agribusiness, you do costing. And how do you cost your product? How do you cost your product? From the beginning part of it to the selling. Is that product sold at a profit or at a loss? So that is why we have added that. And then we have what we call market linkages. If you are producing, where are you selling? Not producing to look for market, but producing for the market. Watu wengi tunafanyanga nini?
We produce, we look for the market later.
You produce and look for the market later. If you are doing broilers, you are looking for the market and it has already hit the harvesting period. And still, the broilers are still consuming, right? Is that Ross? Is that Ross? Yes. That's why we say you produce for the market, not producing, looking for market. And we start with the market as we produce. So that is why we do the market linkages. So, separation of farm business and budget and household budget. What you use in the house and what you use in the poultry farm, they are two different budgets. So what you buy some sugar to rice in the kitchen, and you buy feeds to rice in the poultry. Now, which falls in the business budget? The poultry feeds. What about sugar? But do you budget for it? Thank you. Then we have plans to save. How do you save? And you save even if it's limited income. You have to save. Borrowing loans and properly utilized loans and improperly utilized loans. That means we have bad loans. We have bad loans. And good, what are bad loans? Those loans that you have not planned how to use the money. What are good loans? Good loans are always those loans that have been invested and they give a profit out of it. We need to insure our property. We need to insure our assets that we have. And in Equity, we have I said, we have bank insurance, which will insure all your property, which will insure even your flock. Do you insure your poultry? You do. They insure the animals. Animals are cows daily. What about poultry? There was another thing that I saw. All poultry in the house, 3,000 of them dead. And the farmer was gazing at them and crying. What do you think? Why he was crying? Why was she crying? Because of the loss. And that is why insurance came in to make sure that it mitigates whatever comes. And it is very cheap for us to do that. When you don't invest your money, you utilize your money, all of it, and when a hunger strikes, it strikes you because you don't know where to get more money. When you have money, there are two things I want you to do. One is a must that you save, and two is a must that you invest. Those two things must be done. Because when you have money, you can spend when you want to do, you can save and you can invest. Once you save, that money that is saved can be used to spend when there is no income. When you save, you can invest that money that has been saved. And after investing, you get profit. And after you get the profit, that profit can be. Hello? But if you only spend, there is no more income coming in. Hello? Hello? How do you get all this money to spend, to save, and invest? How do you get that? I want you to close your eyes. Just close your eyes. Close your eyes. And from your farm, look like anything that brings income in your farm. Close where? Anything that brings in money in your farm. Open now. I know you have gone through your farm and anything that brings money into that farm. Are we together? And the income, like now you are in production, either poultry or dairy, that is your main income. And your main income is that big tap brings in to your bank. That's your door. That big your door is your account. It is your bank. So anything that comes in your farm should be input in that your door, in that account. Are we together? So that anything that comes in, then you can see savings, the savings tab, and the expenses tab. So the savings tab, iko chini ya savings, aka iko juu ya savings. Iko juu ya expenses, ama iko juu ya. Why? And the savings, you can see there are many savings that fill in and they are kept aside. Why? Because the goals that you are saving for are many. You are saving for school fees, inaja unaweka kado. Hello? You are saving for an asset, inaja unaweka kado. That is why we have so many savings there. And after you save, you use your money, the leftover. Assume you have 100,000 and you want to utilize that money. How much goes to expenses? 100,000. How much go to expenses? 100,000. And that is all the money that you have in that account. And you want to use that money. How much goes to your expenses? I have already said savings, income, and savings. And savings should be a percentage of what you get. I said how much expense? 20, and then you expense. So 20% of 100,000. So 20,000 should go to savings. So expenses should be 80. And don't ever be misguided that your expenses is 100,000 and you don't save. You have 100,000 and your expenses is 100,000. So that means there is no. Oh, mumesema. If it is 100,000, the savings should be 20,000. 80,000 should fit into your expenses. So how do you make sure that 80,000 fits into expenses? Always follow your expenses and your spending. You get your expenses and prioritize them. The 80,000 should be used to fit your expenses. Because once you use the savings, the God for the savings arises immediately. Umetumia. I want us to do a reflection. And I will ask 3 questions. No, 3 people for this question. How much have you used in your airtime? 1,000 or more. How much have you used for your food from date 1 to date? A lot of money. How much have you used for transport for this month? She is also not aware. So that means we don't follow our spending. So anytime that you are doing a spending, let it be in your budget. The question I ask again, do you budget for the money expected or for the money that is in your pocket? Money in the pocket. That is why you'll ever see that vicious poverty cycle. Because anytime you are planning with the money in the pocket, the time it ends from the pocket, ndio utajua pesa simei. Na ukipangia hiyo pesa, unapangia ukiwa wapi? Umepata 100,000 cash kwa mfuko. Umeenda kupangia ukiwa wapi? Kwa supermarket. Kwa hoteli. When you are planning for that money that is in the pocket and you are in a hotel, which money are you using? The same money. Look at us. I thank myself first. I like that. You thank yourself? Thank you. But when you use your money that is in the pocket, or you manage the money that is in the pocket, any other thinking, effort, thoughts of looking for more money gets out from your head to where the money is. Fikira za kutafuta pesa zingine zinatoka kwa kichwa zinaingia mahali pesa umeweka. Until that money is off. The time you get the last coin, that's the time you realize I had no money for the next expense. From today, even if you don't learn anything else for financial management, always budget for expected income. We did this reflection. I have asked for the last 1 month. Umetumia pesa ngapi? Chakula hakuna, transport hakuna, mtu amejua, airtime ameniambia 1,000 plus. That means there is no. So always do a budget, and a budget is just a summary. And see there, it's a summary of expected. So analyze your farm and know how much money am I expecting from this farm. What are my expenses? Write them down. Then see whether whatever is coming from your farm or your income is enough to meet your. Tuko na mashida mingi. Unaona pesa kama itakuja mingi, lakini inakuja mashida inakuwa mingi kuliko pesa. Si ndio? Lakini ukipangia ile pesa ambayo unatarajia, utaona ya kuwa hata hii pesa ikikuja haitamaliza mashida yangu. So Fikra za kutafuta pesa zingine sinaingia. Where will I get money to solve these other problems? Because either ni 100,000, I need 200,000. Where do I get 100,000 to make sure that all my expenses are? Is that making sense? And please, do a budget. It's just a plan on what money you want to spend and where the money will come from. And anytime you are doing the budgeting, kindly separate the two, the personal and the financial and the business budget. Okay? The business profit is the one that feeds the household. It's whatever feeds the household. Otherwise, you'll end up doing officious work. Let me learn through this. And I had said about this. Who is Zachary? I said I'm Zachary. Right? This is my budget. So, my dairy farm, will give me 30,000. My poultry farm, will give me 10,000. My maize farm, will give me 25,000. So, my total income will be, so that my savings should be plus. Okay? Then, the expected expenses to meet. Write all of them. And you can see I have included wala walikuwa wanafikiria ati yupaswi kukula kuchirudishia shukurani ndio hiyo. So it should be there. So if you get a surplus or a deficit, you know. Okay? If it is a deficit, then you look for more money elsewhere. If it is a profit, if it is a surplus, then it should go back to savings. Okay? Don't add more expenses because you have gotten a surplus. Yes, kuna kitu nilikuwa nimesahau ndio imebaki. Let that money go to savings. Thank you. You can save with a goal, and I said savings should be goal-minded. Don't save because you are told to. You save with a goal. I want to buy a cow of 200,000. So I'm saving to add that goal. Are we together? And then things will be okay. These three things or three modes of savings. One, saving up. Ladies in the house, hi. Yes. Saving up. Unachukua pesa, you need a 200,000. Unawekelea pamoja. Paka zifike 200. And ladies can do that, right? Men, umesikia? Sawa. Up to 200,000. We have an account. We have an account for saving up. Jitege account, giving you a goal. Then we have saving through. You save kidogo kidogo, ikifika mahali, unafanya kitu. These people like Zachary, hawezi kaa na pesa. Mmoja wao lazima. Hello? People like Zachary, hawezi kaa na pesa. You save through. Ikifika mahali, unafanya kitu. Ni sawa? Saving down comes with borrowing. You borrow, buy a cow, then you pay. As you milk there, and that is where our bank comes in. Borrowing, that's where I am, and I want to conclude here on loans. 1, borrow with a need. Borrow with a need. 2, know the cost of that need. 3, know where to get money to repay the loan. 4, know the alternative source of paying the loan. Ilikuwa kwa kuku ikikufa, nitatoa msisubuane na ule alikukope. Then know the time to pay the loan. And lastly, if you cannot pay loan as stipulated, kindly save. Kindly save. Save up, save through. Okay? Leave alone kwa sababu tunajuana na nyinyi. Wale watu hawalipagi loni, kama unajua unajijua.
Mjambo. Tumpigie makofi tena. Asante sana. My name is George Muiga, and I'm coming from the Department of Agriculture in Equity. Kuna department ya ukulima, but there's a department of food and agriculture in Equity. and specifically I work with the livestock farmers. Na watu wa mifugo, watu wa kuku, wakulima wa kuku fall into my role in the bank, and my role is to support poultry farmers on a daily basis. And very fast I want to look at the solutions or how we support a poultry farmer, because that is the theme that we have today. Na tumeambiwa loan tukope kulingana na hitaji. So the need for today, I want to believe, is something to do with poultry farming. To start with, as a farmer, you want either to scale or to increase production, or you want to start poultry farming. And I've seen from the list that we have, some of us doing 500, 1,000, like that. Na wakati unaanza kufuga, you have a plan, and most probably you will start with a structure. A structure ya kufugia. Si ni kweli? So is the bank in a position to support you to construct a structure, a poultry structure for the broilers or for the layers? And the answer is yes. You need mawes and mabatis and vitu za mjengo normally. So all you need is to have a plan with your fundi that I want to have 1,000, 2,000 birds. This is the cost, and you can visit the nearest branch from where you are. But we don't want just to look at it from just Mujengo. We are also interested, once we do the structure, how many birds do we want to bring? Sindio? And assuming one chick is 100 shillings or more, and you want to have 1,000 in the farm, how much money is that? It is 100,000. Sini pesa mzuri, sini pesa mingi. So you may not have it at hand, but the bank can support you to pay the 100,000 to our partners, Kenchik. Now, we won't stop there. You already have structures, you already have drinkers and waterers. And now we have the chicks. So how about the feed? And we've been taught here that for the 30 or so days that we'll have the birds, zitakula. Kenchik will support us to know how much feed we require and the cost of the feed. So ukikuja pale kwa bank, that is how we look at it from day one until the last day. We do not want to give you feed for 20 days, kwa sababu we will not complete the cycle. Tuko pamoja? So we want to do a solution that supports you from day one until the last day when the chicks, or rather when the birds go to the company. Then we start a new cycle. Okay? So the work of the bank is to come with solutions zile mkulima na hitaji kwa ile ufugaji. Na kuna mambo mingi hapo katikati, including brooding. Si tuko na jiko tunahakishia kuku. Hiyo maneno yote tunaangalia. So by the time unakuja kwa bank, let us understand all the needs. I know tutakuwa na proforma ya kulipa kampuni on say the chicks and the feed. But kuna mambo ingine haiendi kwa kampuni, kama hiyo makaa, kama kijana wa kazi, labda we are brooding na stima, ama na gas, ama na briquettes. Hizo zote si ni pesa. So when you are discussing about your project, about supporting 1,000, 2,000 birds, we need to understand all those needs. So that by the time you are saying, hii kazi yote is 500,000 or 1 million, we have supported the business from end to end, na mkulima hata kosa kitu along hiyo ufugaji by the time anauza kuku. So any need that you may have yenye inahusu ile ukulima, as a bank we are able to listen, understand and guide the farmer and support you to grow your birds. Na tuko na other partners including wale wanatupea these drinkers and feeders. hata kama ni agrovets, the local agrovets. We have partners in biogas, wale wanataka biogas ya kuku. We are already working with somebody as a bank. So hitaji yoyote ya mkulima, please, this is the place or the bank that supports the farmer to do all or to have all those solutions. Once cycle imeisha, then we start another cycle so that at the end of the year tunaweza sema tumefanya all these cycles. Now for those who want to scale, you have 500 birds, umejipea 2024 by December, I want to do 5,000. Sinika safari pia kidogo. So sisi kama bank tunataka kutembea na wewe step by step from the 500 you have into 1,000, 1,500 until we maximize or we optimize na ile space yenye tuko naye. Kwa hivyo any need that inahusu ufugaji ya kuku, whether ni kununua madawa, whether ni vaccines, na nimeona very nice products that were presented here, na hii yote si ni pesa inatakikana. But by the time you are coming to borrow, let us understand zile drugs zitahitajika for the 30 or so days. Let us understand the vaccines zile zitahitajika, so that we do a package yenye iko na kila kitu, so that tusiende already tumesha kopa alafu tumerealize na sina kitu fulani and I need 60,000 to do it. So also make us understand that hizi vitu zote is what we require, so that we do a solution that supports the business and supports the business fully. And this one is across the branches. I know we have a branch here, but hata wenye wametoka mbali na hii branch, you can still be supported in the nearest branch ile uko naye. And here we have maybe a challenge. Labda ulienda mahali ukaona kama hatuelewi biashara ya kuku, kindly kwa sababu tuko hapa, ongea na sisi pia. Na mahali labda tulikosea, si mtu anaomba msamaha. Labda mtu alienda akakuta mtu hajui broiler ni gani, anafikiria ni ya miezi 6, kumbe ni ya mwezi 1. Si ni kweli? So hiyo maneno yote na feedback pia ni mzuri. Tupeeni feedback mahali hatuelewi mkulima, mahali either we are too slow, mtu haelewi hii maneno inataka haraka, so that turekebishe na next time ukikuja tunaweza kusaidiana na wewe na unatoka pale kama umefurahia. Kwa sababu mimi kazi yangu ni kumake sure mkulima wa kuku amefurahia, sio complaints throughout. We do one cycle na tumeuza na tumefurahi, then we grow the business together. Kwa hayo machache, kwa sababu ya muda sitaki kuongea sana, but invite me nikuje kwa shamba zenu, tuweze kuangalia shamba. Hiyo ndio kazi yangu. Mimi sina shida kutembea kwa farm, so that tuweze kuwa support na kuwa support fully.